Champions League predictions, match day 4.
Hello everybody and welcome back to Very Biased Opinions. It is time for Champions League match day, all round number 4, which is just the reverse of the fixtures we saw the other week. So we're not going to do any reviews. You can just go back and watch our opinions for match day 3. How do you feel about that, Tom?
I agree strongly. If you're going to make a joke that I have to respond to in a certain way, you need to tell me.
I know. Just it's the timing that's not there after a year of performing together.
It would be there if we were in the same room. It's hard on camera.
Just remember, everybody, these games are time-stamped. We've got a little bit of housekeeping to do at the start, but if you want to jump ahead of all that, you can just click on the timestamp below and jump straight to the predictions. This video is in association with Grandstand Betters, as all of our videos are. If you haven't gone to check them out yet, what are you doing? You're missing out on winning money. They're a superb tipster website. Go over to Grandstand Betters and check them out. Also as well, please give this video a like. It helps us out so much in the battle to get views on YouTube. And if you like the content we make, consider subscribing to the channel and hit that notify bell so you don't miss out on any other videos. Right, I think that'll do us, Thomas. Go and lead us into the first match.
Liverpool versus KRC Genk.
Liverpool look unstoppable. They're winning every game, even if they're not looking great in the process. They smashed Genk last time. They're going to smash them this time. Pick your number. I'm picking 5. 5-0 Liverpool.
The club from Georgia stands no chance against the British Armada. Liverpool to win 4-0.
Just remember, folks, Tom got a degree in geography. Napoli versus FC Red Bull Salzburg.
Normally I bet on the team that were hopped up on Red Bull and sugar, but in this I think they're going to come up short. Napoli are a really good team. I've got 2-0 to the Napolis.
They'll be like really good for like 30 minutes.
30 minutes.
Just completely
one of them grabs the side and he's like,
oh. I think Salzburg won this game. They won the home leg on this 2-1, but you got to fancy Napoli at home. 3-1 to the Napoleons.
Barcelona versus the slaves from Prague.
Crisis at Barcelona. Crisis. They lost the last game in the Liga. They haven't looked great all season, despite the fact they're still top. Haven't looked great in the Champions League either, despite the fact they're definitely going to qualify. They'll win this game, and they'll win 3-0.
3-0, Barca, done.
More interestingly, Borussia Dortmund versus Inter Milan.
This is going to be a great game because, like, Borussia Dortmund in the last couple of years have become a Champions League powerhouse, and Inter Milan used to be a powerhouse, and they're just kind of trying to regain their spot in European football. Dortmund, 4 points clear in the top of the Bundesliga. I've got them to win this one. I think it's about 3-2.
Yeah, it seems like we're backing all the home sides, but I'm going to back Dortmund as well. Inter won the reverse of this fixture, but it's going to be tight. I think Dortmund are going to win 2-1.
Zenit St. Petersberg versus RB Leipzig.
Did you see what Leipzig's result was at the weekend?
No.
They won like 8-0. Crazy result in the Bundesliga.
Every time I complain about supporting the Premier League and it not being competitive, I then turn to Germany or Spain.
Well, we'll get back to that after what Bayern did at the weekend. But this is about Leipzig and Zenit St. Petersburg. And because of that big win, I think they're going to go over to Russia and they're going to get a win. It's going to be 2-1 to the Leipzigians.
I'll go with the Leipzigians to win 2-0.
It's going to be a tough ask because one man, Lyon, comes up against Benfica.
Well, I remember this joke from last week when it was Benfica coming up against one man called Lion. I've got Lion winning this and wrestling the Benfican bear to the ground 2-1 to the Lyonnois.
Always a tough gauge to see how the Portuguese sides fare up in Europe because their league isn't the strongest. Although Benfica are, I think they've played 1-9, drawn 1 out of the 10 games in their league this season. I think this is going to be a draw. I think Lyon is going to do well, and he's going to get a draw, 1-1.
Oh, I think this is the glamour tie of the round, Ian. Chelsea versus Ajax.
Yeah, Chelsea, probably a bit of an upset last time, beating Ajax away. It was with Batshuayi getting the goal as well. There's so many Chelsea players that you forget about, and then they just sort of come up and get a performance. Like look at how bad Jorginho was last season, and now he's like playing really well this season as well. Chelsea are pretty much will pretty much qualify with a win here, and I think they will beat Ajax as well. I think they're going to win 2-0.
Honestly, like, Christian Pulisic is looking more and more incredible by the day. He just keeps scoring, and like, I don't know why, but Chelsea look a better team when he's in them. And I don't mean, like, obviously they look better attacking, but even defending, it's like they have this out ball, and they know that every time Pulisic gets the ball, he's going on a 40-meter run, or he's going to play a great pass, or he's going to get a goal and shoot. And I think he's going to start this, and I think Ajax are going to have a hard time with him. And I think Chelsea are going to win this one. I think they're going to win it 2-0.
Yeah, it's just belief, isn't it? So much belief in that Chelsea side now. They just go into every game expecting to win.
I mean, everyone who criticized Frank Lampard at the beginning of the season, he doesn't have a coaching style, he doesn't know what he's doing. This Chelsea team, they can't make... Well done.
But that's because every week has to be a story, though, isn't it? Every week has to be a new crisis and a new drama.
That wasn't just the media. Everyone seemed to be buying into it. People were writing to us telling us our predictions on Chelsea were mad, and we were both like, they're going to do well this year.
Well, it didn't help when they lost 4-0 to Man United. Valencia versus Lille.
I don't care. So I'm going to go with the Valencia win here. I think they're going to squeeze their orange all over the Lilies, and they're going to win 2-0.
I'm glad you made the orange joke, because I was going to make it if you didn't. How dare you say you don't care? That is why you fail. In the words of Master Yoda. I don't even think that works. But anyway, I'm stalling for time. I'm going to back Lille 2-1.
Paris Saint-Germain versus the Club Brugge.
Copy and paste everything we said about Liverpool and Barcelona and put it in this one. Paris Saint-Germain are going to win. They're going to pick your number. 4-0 Paris.
Yeah, I'll go 5. Why not?
The Real Madrid versus Galatasaray.
I just feel like this Madrid team are going to win the Spanish league this year, despite the fact that they are poor. I actually, like, you look at Barca and you look at Real, and this is the first time in a while where I'm like, I think Barca are actually the stronger side than Real Madrid, but they're just kind of falling apart. And they do that. And in the league, Real Madrid haven't been that bad. They've had like 2 bad results. So I'm going to go with Real Madrid in the Champions League, because backing against Real Madrid is a bad idea. Real Madrid to win this one, 3-1.
I have no faith in this Real Madrid side. I just think they just look so lethargic, so boring to watch almost, which is really surprising.
They're going to win the title. That's how crap the year is.
That's great that you think that. I'm not quite so convinced. I think they'll have enough to obviously scrape through Galatasaray, who don't travel well. So it'll be 2-1 to Real Madrid.
It's a club in crisis, Ian. Bayern Munich versus Olympiakos.
Yeah, I mean, bloody hell, what happened to Bayern? 5-1 defeat.
7-1.
Well, it's all going well in the Champions League, not so well in the Bundesliga, but they'll probably recover to win it by about 10 points. They lost 5-1 to Eintracht Frankfurt. Niko Kovac got the sack. So Mourinho might go there, which means he won't go to Arsenal.
Oh, I'd love seeing Mourinho at Arsenal.
Anyway, you would have to think Bayern are going to get a reaction. The players will probably go out and win this one. Pick your number again. 4-0.
5-1.
This one should be interesting though. Red Star Belgrade against a very beleaguered Tottenham side.
I think it's time to admit that Spurs' championship run is over. They're like, Eriksen's going to leave. He's got no.
They're not in the championship.
I think this Spurs side have come down to earth immensely. Dele Alli gets worse every year. Eriksen clearly doesn't want to be there. Kane, he can't stay for that much longer unless he just accepts he's never going to win a trophy. Maybe he wants to Alan Shearer it. They're going to win this game. They're going to win this game 2-1, but it's not going to mean a whole lot.
I don't think they are. I don't think Spurs are going to win this game. I don't feel confident backing them in any game, especially it's going to be a hostile atmosphere over there in Serbia. And I think it's going to be a draw. I'm going to play 1-1.
Atalanta versus Manchester City.
Really tough ask for City to have to go to America for this one. But of course they're going to do it because they're Man City and they're going to win because they're pretty deep. They're pretty good to average to good to okay. 3-1 City.
4-1 City.
Hold on to your hats because this is a cracker. Dynamo Zagreb, Shakhtar Donetsk.
1-1.
Well, I'm going to say 1-1, but if you permit me, I've prepared 5 pages of notes on this game.
Excellent, I'm ready. Lokomotiv Moscow versus Juventus.
Another side that's not doing so well, Juventus. They're sort of limping over the line in every game. They're relying on a lot of last-minute goals. I saw Ronaldo got a last-minute penalty recently, which is pretty standard for him. And you have to think they'll do the same in this one. It won't be pretty, but they'll probably win it. I'm going to say 1-0.
I really don't know who's going to win the Champions League this year. And there's just something about Juventus's just like machine-like approach this season where it's like, we will grind through every game. In no game...
that's the thing. It's a cliche, isn't it? But it's not one at this. You can get knocked out at this stage, but you can't win it. It's just a matter of getting through the groups.
And I think they're going to get through handsomely. I think it'll be 2-0 in this, and there'll be nothing to write home about.
Bayern 0-4 Leverkusen versus Atletico Madrid.
I mean, I really want to do a game one day where we can be like Bayern 0-4 Leverkusen versus someone and be like, they're going to be 0-4 goals to the good, but they're not. They're going to lose to Atletico Madrid 3-0.
I've got nothing clever or interesting to say.
It's about time.
I think this is going to be really dull, really boring, 0-0 draw.
Now, Ian, something tells me you're going to spring some surprise matches on me here.
I don't think you can call the Europa League a surprise, Thomas, because we're dipping into Wednesday first and then Thursday for the Europa League, and we're starting on a weird Wednesday. At Vitória, Guimarães versus Arsenal.
It's at like 3 o'clock. It is the weirdest kickoff.
I'm so glad you said that, and I can tell you why. Brugge is very close to Vitória Guimarães, and Brugge have got a game in the Europa League on Thursday, so they moved this one for policing schedules, basically. This one, go on, you start off with Arsenal. You love talking about Arsenal.
Arsenal are a dumpster fire. Arsenal are going to lose this game. They've got no skills. Unai Emery's getting fired. It's going to be 2-0 to Guimarães.
I think it's going to be a blessing for all parties when Unai Emery gets fired, because what is happening? They're getting worse every week. Somehow the Europa League seems to be the tournament they love, and that is the only reason I think they won't get beat here. I think it will be a 2-2 draw because they can't defend for love nor money. Wolverhampton Wanderers, Slovan Bratislava.
I've got Slovan Milosevic to draw this game with Wolverhampton Wanderers 1-1.
Interesting you said Slovan Milosevic. He'll come up in a second. Wolves have been pretty good, getting better in the season. They've been good in the Europa League, and I think they can pretty much qualify with a win here, and which will be great for them. And I think they will win. Last time out, it was a really weird game because it was like an exhibition game because the stadium was just full of kids. Because of I think Bratislava had some stadium ban or something. 2-0 to the Wolves. Lazio versus Celtic.
Don't care about Scottish football. I don't think it's very good. I don't think they think they're very good. I've got Lazio to win this one at home. The most Italian scoreline known to man. 1-0 to Lazio.
Well, love the way you endear yourself to all the Scottish fans. I think Lazio will win as well, only because historically Celtic are poor away from home in Europe, and they will win 2-1.
You could have just ended that with historically Celtic are poor, and it would have been fine.
Rangers versus FC Porto.
Yeah, well, I've got another Scottish team losing here. Rangers have been impressive under Gerrard, but again, they're a Scottish footballing team. I got Porto to win this one. No, you know what? I've got a 0-0 draw.
Rangers will squeak it. 2-1 win to Rangers. Let's not kid ourselves. All these games are just killing time because it's time for the main event.
Manchester United versus Partizan Belgrade.
What you should have said, Tom, linking it into what you said earlier, Slavo Milosevic's Partizan Belgrade.
Is that his team?
Yep.
Ah, very nice. That was a really boring match last week. That was won by a penalty, I think it was.
I can't remember. Was it 1-0 or 2-0?
I think it was 1-0. I thought it was just a Martial goal. But before the Bournemouth result, you think United are going to win this one probably 2 or 3-0. You don't feel like Partizan are going to travel that well, and without the incredibly hostile environment kind of beating down on the players, you think United would play with a bit of freedom, but Man United never play with freedom. So 2-1 Man United.
Oh, I don't think it'll be that many goals. This is going to be like a library like a funeral service at Old Trafford. This is going to be. It's just going to be such a boring game. Not many people are going to go, and United will win it 1-0. Hopefully with like a Mason Greenwood goal or something like that, which will make everybody think, he's the future. He's the future.
Between Mason Greenwood and Phil Foden, we have the greatest team in history.
All right, I think that will do it for round 4 of the Champions League. Hope you liked the video. Give it a like if you did, and subscribe to the channel, and make sure you do check out Grandstand Betters. Thomas, do you have anything to add?
Looking for detailed football analysis? Probably in the wrong place.